I have something I want to talk about because I'm going to go back to OFC, and this is going to be as pleasant of an experience as possible for me, staff, administration, what have you. But this is the thing. Things need to change. You know that. I know that. And I do know from the people I've talked to that you're trying. Some of you. But it's not enough. Sorry. It's not. Taking away stamps because of budget cuts. I'm sorry, Governor Fallon. You're getting your dang reflecting pool. You're getting your renovations to the stupid Capitol. I really think you can afford 2 stamps a week for people at OFC. I really think you can afford 5 stamps a week for the whole month before Christmas for Christmas cards. You cheapskate little, Anyway, that needs to be reinstated. They need their stamps back. I want my stamps back because I'm going to need that. Also, canteen. Let's talk canteen. Cutting back to 3 days a week. It's ludicrous. I'm sorry. You don't offer anything in the canteen I can even have. But to deny that being a positive reinforcement thing for any of the patients there, 3 days a week, gone from 6. And also, the way you do your canteen, that's ridiculous. That's our money that buys it. Our money. There should not be a lack of canteen items. There should not be... I'm sorry, okay. One thing I've really been ticked off about the whole time I was at OFC, I have severe migraines. One of the things you're supposed to stay away from is artificial sweeteners of any kind, because they really aggravate it or cause them. There's not hardly a dang thing in that canteen I can have because of this, because of diabetics. Well, we can't discriminate against diabetics. Well, guess what? Americans with Disabilities Act covers migraines. It's a protected disease. You're discriminating against me. So, you need to get some regular pop, some Dr. Pepper, not Diet Dr. Pepper. You need to get some stuff that I can actually have, candy-wise. All this sugar-free stuff is good and fine. You know what? You know who your diabetics are. You can tell them you can't have that. You need to offer me something because you're violating right there. Okay, let's go back to... But you need to totally redo this whole canteen thing. This is ridiculous. You need to give them their days back. And you need to give me the chance to actually have canteen for once. And also, I think it's ridiculous that prisoners can go and get like shampoo and conditioner and stuff like that in their canteens. We can't. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand why do we have an outside company we can put orders into that come and deliver it like they do in the jails or in the prisons. I don't get that. I don't get why you people don't do this. I don't understand why you have no logic. You people are supposed to have college degrees. And yet you don't logically do anything. You don't do stuff that needs to be done. And it's detrimental to the people there. We're supposed to be in a therapeutic environment. Therapeutic, not stressful. Not restrictive. Least restrictive. Least restrictive. You shouldn't be putting us with CRHs for one thing. And that's in your new rules. And I want to know why my ward is still stuck eating with CRHs. Just to protect your lovely little employees, because your employees refuse to do their job. They refuse to police the CRHs with the males and the females. So you think we're a buffer. Well, guess what? There's males on our ward too. What's the deal? We're not supposed to be around CRHs. Why do you have CRHs on our ward in the first place? We're not supposed to be around them. Oh, so, that solution right there, you need to put our ward with the other NGRIs and not the CRHs to eat. We need to go before D1. Problem solved. You need to have your employees actually do their jobs and police between the units. That is not our job. That is y'all's job, not us. Okay, back to that. Back to the CRHs and NGRIs. CRHs have a yard. It's over by APOD. It's fenced off separate from NGRIs. C1 and C2 should not be allowed in our yard and take away our outside time. We have full grounds. Full grounds supposed to mean full time. Your little CRHs from C1 and C2 need to go to A1 and A2 area yard. The B1 girls get locked in their yard. The APOD guys get locked in that yard. CPODs need to do the same thing as CRHs. You want to play your rules, you play your rules. You don't nitpick and you don't say, we're going to do this for this and this for that. Otherwise, you know what? Your individualized treatment plan and stuff, you need to actually play that. You need to give me my food in the canteen. You need to do what you're supposed to do. Okay, back to, we're going to do your stupid rules. Your stupid rules. Stupid rules. Sorry. I know the word stupid is ridiculous, but it's stupid. You need to have a system, and a logical system. Completely logical, okay? Anybody could have come up with it. A kindergartner could have. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just going through that for 3.5 years and seeing the way you run things is, it's ludicrous. This is what needs to be done, okay? We'll solve your problems. It'll help with the, your staffing. It will help with the patients being involved in altercations with other patients that really are not stable enough to be around them. It would solve a lot of problems. So here's the system, okay? You need 4 wards. 4 NGRI wards, okay? My ward is co-ed. That ward, granted, I know there'll be women that'll be on there that, wouldn't really have reached it. That ward needs to be the top one. All privileges. You get your own hygiene. You have better, more laxed rules. You can have your CDs. You can have your DVDs. You can have your better, more clothes, what have you. You work to get to that. And the people on that ward that, there's no other ward like the women, they would have to work to that. Okay, I get that. That would be a privilege they'd have to earn. But once you earn that privilege, unless you do something to lose it, like get into a violent altercation, you keep it. You keep your CDs, you keep your books, you keep your DVDs. You get to have belts, you get to have scarves, you get to have shoelaces. Now, that would be the ultimate ward, right? Those people are the ones that would be going to Fort Supply. Those are the ones that would be following the rules. Even if their judges aren't letting them move up in the program, they get to be on that ward because they worked their rear end off for it. And they deserve those privileges. If they're going to have to live there the rest of their lives, so be it. But at least give them those privileges that they earned. Otherwise, people, what do you have to look forward to? What do you have to lose? Nothing. That's why people act the way they do there. Ward number, okay, we're stopping at the bottom. That was the top of the can. Okay, we're going to do the bottom. Bottom of the barrel here. Those are the people for incoming. The ones that have to earn their privileges. The ones that are not medication compliant. The ones that are extremely violent. The ones that mentally, they will not cooperate. They start in 1. You have more staffing. More staffing. Way more staffing on that ward. Okay? You have a dedicated RN. A dedicated LPN, you have a dedicated lead PCA, and you have at least 4. No, we'll go with 3, 2 to 3 PCAs, all on that ward at all times. You need another ward. Okay, you need a ward for your geriatrics. I'm sorry. You have some people on there that are never gonna progress. They're gonna die there. We've seen it. I've seen how many people die there. Yeah, you don't want to get into that right now. Anyway, you need to have a ward specifically for geriatric patients. They're all male right now that I've seen. So there wouldn't have to be worried about a co-ed ward or anything. That ward, of course, would have more staffing because and those are the people that, they cannot. I've noticed so many people who are schizophrenic that to me, it's appearing like they're getting Alzheimer's too. I mean, those kind of people aren't going to get out. So they need to be comfortable. They need to be taken care of. They do need the extra staffing. You already halfway have that with CPOD, but again, we're going to separate the CRHs from the NGRIs. So, separate the CRHs from the NGRIs. Give them their own little geriatric ward. Okay. The next step up. Would be the in-between ward. The ward to where these people are working their rear ends off. They have more privileges in that first level ward, but not as many privileges as the top. They have to earn those. They're going to Grand Lake, or they're about to go to Grand Lake, or they're about to go to Fort Supply. And these people have worked really hard for these privileges. And so it's more lax, less staffing. I would say, honestly, between that tier and the top tier, those are the two I would kind of share it with. I would share those two, have those two wards. I'd have them share an RN, have them each have an LPN, one lead PCA. On the top tier, only one PCA. On the next tier, 2 PCAs. So, that would save an RN, because the RN would be sharing those wards. You could kind of get away with it with the other ward with sharing an RN. But the PCA problem, I mean, you may be able to even... You may, with the top tier ones, the 2 top tier ones, you may be able to get away with an RN and an LPN for both, to where the RN would be on one, the LPN would be on the other. If we had an issue, the RN can come over. Because they can both give meds. They can both do anything. They can both charge. So, the both of those wards, that would save an RN and an LPN right there. Because everybody would be at a higher level. They wouldn't need as much help. There would not be as many problems. Wouldn't have to have shots. Wouldn't have to have, intervention and stuff. To where you wouldn't waste the money on staffing. And the PCA problem, I mean, yeah, you're going to have extras for the lower tiers and possibly security. But you won't ruin our lives. It'll be a more therapeutic environment. It'll be something to work for everybody. You want that? You want what they've got. You want your own DVDs. You want your CDs. Guess what? Behave. Take your medication. Go to groups. Do what you're supposed to do, and you can move up. It's just all logical. It's just complete logic. And I know you guys don't listen to me there, so I'll just put it out here, and we'll just let it sit, and while I'm there, it'll just sit here, and you can go back and you can reference this, and maybe somebody with a brain will actually come across this someday, and they will change the Oklahoma Forensic Center for the better. Just a suggestion.